I tested 30 vitamin C serums and found one that contains 0 active ingredients despite claiming 30% concentration. It's sold on Amazon with 4.5 stars and 17,000 reviews. 3 other serums I tested turn orange and stain your skin the moment you open the bottle, and one $92 serum from a luxury brand degrades faster than the $6 version from the drugstore. 1. Matter of fact, brightening C serum. $92 for unmatched stability and breakthrough technology. Matter of fact, brightening C serum promises revolutionary science that keeps vitamin C potent for 24 months. The website features clinical-looking graphs and proprietary formulation language that sounds like it came straight from a pharmaceutical laboratory. But an investigative chemical analysis revealed something the brand desperately hoped you'd never discover. This is science washing at its most calculated. The company compared its stability against water-based serums, which are naturally less stable, skewing the entire dataset in their favor. It's like comparing the fuel efficiency of a bicycle to a car and claiming your bicycle is revolutionary. That breakthrough patent? It relies on technology using urea to dissolve ascorbic acid, discovered and patented by others over a decade ago. When independent laboratories tested the actual product, it degraded and yellowed significantly faster than the 24-month claim suggested. Some samples turned noticeably orange within 8 weeks of opening. Here's what makes this particularly infuriating. The formula uses propanediol, which absorbs water from the air every time you open the bottle. That water accelerates degradation, contradicting every stability promise on the label. You're essentially paying $92 for a product designed to fail the moment you start using it. What you need instead is a serum engineered by someone who actually understands cosmetic chemistry. Poems from the Lab Future Focus uses a custom airless tube that dispenses single drops, while completely sealing the remaining formula from light and air. The serum contains L-ascorbic acid, glutathione, and a specialized antioxidant blend. In longevity studies, this design outperformed traditional packaging and remained crystal clear during use. Users report the same potency on day 1 as day 90, which is how vitamin C should function. Science without the theater. That tells you everything. But at least Matter of Fact contains some vitamin C. The next serum contains absolutely none. 2. Generic 30% vitamin C. 30% vitamin C for under $20. Online marketplaces overflow with serums, promising pharmaceutical strength at bargain prices. The listings feature medical-sounding descriptions and before and after photos that look almost too good to be true. But when a dermatologist tested these products using home laboratory chemistry, the results were shocking. These serums advertise impossibly high concentrations of L-ascorbic acid, yet the ingredient appears 6th on the label. That placement makes a 30% concentration mathematically impossible. Ingredients are listed by descending concentration, which means water, glycerin, and 4 other fillers appear in higher quantities than the supposed star ingredient. What independent testing revealed was worse. Using iodine titration, a real serum required 39 drops of iodine to change color, proving active vitamin C was present. These marketplace serums? 0 drops. That means 0 active vitamin C in a bottle, claiming 30%. You're buying colored water with texture modifiers. Even if the concentration were accurate, 30% causes severe irritation without providing additional benefit beyond 20%. Dermatologists consistently cite 20% as the maximum effective concentration. Anything higher doesn't increase collagen production, it just increases the likelihood you'll develop contact dermatitis. These products prey on women over 60 seeking high-strength intervention for advanced photoaging while managing fixed budgets. Here's what $27 buys when a company actually puts vitamin C in the bottle. Timeless 20% vitamin C plus E ferulic acid serum is the gold standard dupe, the premier affordable alternative to luxury medical-grade formulas. It contains a verified 20% L-ascorbic acid, vitamin E, and ferulic acid at the correct low pH of 3.5 for skin penetration. The opaque, airless packaging prevents oxidation that destroys cheaper formulations. Dermatologists regularly recommend this to patients who can't afford the $182 SkinCeuticals Original. Real concentration, real packaging, real results. Unless you're buying from luxury brands charging $300 for mineral oil. If you're already furious after discovering serums with zero active vitamin C and $92 bottles that degrade in weeks, hit subscribe, because the next 8 scams are even worse. Every week, I expose the products, hoping you never learn the truth. 3. La Mer and Augustinus Bader Miracle Creams. La Mer and Augustinus Bader built empires on proprietary miracle technology. Women spend $280 to $360 believing fermented seaweed and patented formulas will erase decades of aging. The marketing invokes Nobel Prize-winning research and cutting-edge stem cell science. But ingredient analysis reveals something far less miraculous. These are classified as designer skin scams, where your money funds the label rather than the activities. The patented technology sounds impressive until you examine what's actually inside. Mineral oil, essentially Vaseline, and seaweed dominate the formulation. The miracle ingredients marketing emphasizes appear so low on the ingredient list, they cannot deliver significant structural impact on deep wrinkles. We're talking about concentrations below 1% for ingredients that would need to be at 5 to 10% to create visible change. Fillers and fragrances take priority over proven concentrations of L-ascorbic acid or defined peptides. These brands target wealthy women over 60 seeking a luxurious fix-all for aging, capitalizing on prestige divorced from clinical efficacy. The beautiful jar sits on your vanity looking expensive, and the rich texture feels luxurious, but your skin receives no more anti-aging benefit than it would from a $50 moisturizer. If you want pharmaceutical-grade vitamin C that actually targets the structural problems beneath aging skin, there's a serum designed specifically for what's happening to your skin after 60. Vivier Grensini Serum addresses the dermal-epidermal junction to combat crepiness that standard serums miss entirely. This is the zone where your skin's foundation weakens with age, creating that tissue paper appearance no amount of surface hydration can fix. The formula combines pharmaceutical-grade vitamin C with polyamine DAB, offering a dual mechanism of antioxidant protection and dermal thickening verified by Health Canada. For thin, crepey skin or significant sun damage on your face, neck, and chest, validation matters more than prestige. But even legitimate ingredients can't work if the texture makes you abandon the product entirely. Here's where it gets personal. You probably own the next product. 4. The Ordinary Vitamin C Suspension, 23%. The Ordinary disrupted the beauty industry with pharmaceutical activities at drugstore prices. $6.80 for 23% pure vitamin C sounds revolutionary. The brand built a cult following by demystifying skincare and offering clinical concentrations without luxury markups. But there's a reason this product sits abandoned in medicine cabinets across the country. The problem isn't the ingredient, it's the delivery system. This formula has a notoriously gritty, oily texture that makes application unpleasant from the first use. The vitamin C doesn't fully dissolve, leaving a sandy residue that pills under moisturizer and makeup. Users consistently report stinging, tingling, and irritation that compromises the skin barrier, particularly problematic for mature skin already fighting thinness and dryness. The suspension format fails to dissolve the vitamin C elegantly, creating a harsh experience that leads to product abandonment despite good intentions. If you can't use a product consistently, the concentration becomes irrelevant. This appeals to women over 60 on fixed incomes seeking high-strength anti-aging actives. But the execution makes consistent use nearly impossible for skin that needs gentle support. $20 buys you everything this formula should have been: elegant, stable, and gentle enough for sensitive aging skin. L'Oréal Paris Revitalift 12% Pure Vitamin C Serum is the drugstore sophisticated, nitrogen blanketed, and airtight to ensure stability without any grittiness. The pH of 6.0 sits closer to your skin's natural pH of 5.5, minimizing irritation while still allowing some level of penetration. The formula contains 12% L-ascorbic acid, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin E in a smooth, non-greasy texture that actually absorbs. You can apply it in the morning without worrying about pilling under sunscreen. Compliance requires comfort. Science requires sophistication. But what if the glow you're seeing isn't from collagen? It's from glitter. 5. Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Vitamin C Serum. When you apply Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Serum, your skin glows instantly. $70 delivers visible radiance within seconds. You look in the mirror and see what appears to be brighter, more luminous skin immediately after application. But dermatologists warn that glow isn't coming from collagen. It's coming from something far more superficial. The instant brightness comes from mica and light-reflecting pigments, not long-term clinical improvement in your skin's actual structure. This is makeup masquerading as skincare, using cosmetic shimmers to create a superficial distraction, while mature skin requiring genuine structural repair receives nothing of substance. The effect washes off completely with your evening cleanser, taking any perceived benefit with it. What makes this particularly troubling? Users report their skin turning orange or developing a fake tan color from oxidation or the pigments themselves. Some women have mistaken this for a genuine tan, not realizing they're seeing degraded products staining their skin. Glow serums promise an immediate fix for dullness, a common concern for aging skin, but they function as surface theater rather than reparative treatment. You're paying $70 for what's essentially an illuminating primer with antioxidants. If you want brightness that comes from actual collagen stimulation happening deep in the dermis, you need an oil-soluble form of vitamin C that can penetrate the lipid barrier. Sunday Riley CEO 15% vitamin C. Brightening serum costs $85 and uses tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate, which penetrates deeper than water-based serums because it can move through your skin's natural oil barrier rather than sitting on top of it. The formula contains 15% THD ascorbate, glycolic acid for gentle exfoliation, and phytosterols that work in the dermis to stimulate collagen and address deep wrinkles and loss of firmness. Real brightness happens beneath the surface, not on top of it. But some brands aren't just relying on shimmer. They're packaging serums in bottles designed to destroy the formula before you even twist the cap. Have you ever bought a serum that turned your skin orange or left shimmer all over your face? Drop a comment below about your worst vitamin C experience. I read every single one. 6. The packaging deception. 5 scams down, but what's coming next is the one that makes dermatologists genuinely angry. Beautiful clear glass bottles that look like luxury but function as chemistry sabotage. You've been opening these serums, applying degraded orange liquid to your face, and wondering why your skin isn't improving. The bottle looked so elegant on your bathroom counter that you never questioned whether it was protecting the formula inside. How is this legal? The beauty industry operates with minimal regulation. Over 90% of ingredients in your skincare have never been tested for safety by the FDA before hitting store shelves. Companies can make almost any claim as long as they don't explicitly say the product treats a disease. That $300 jar? Never tested on human skin before it started selling. The FDA only steps in after consumer complaints reach a critical threshold, which means you're the unwitting test subject. The next 5 chapters expose packaging designed to fail, extracts that can't build collagen, and irritants marketed as line reducers. What's coming isn't just disappointing, it's a calculated deception hiding in plain sight on your bathroom shelf. 7. Clear glass bottle, vitamin C serums. Beautiful clear glass. Minimalist aesthetic. Premium price tags. Vitamin C serums packaged in transparent bottles look like luxury. They photograph beautifully for Instagram and look sophisticated displayed on open shelving. But exposing light-sensitive L-ascorbic acid to UV light isn't elegance, it's sabotage. Packaging this ingredient in clear glass is a critical failure of basic chemistry. UV light accelerates oxidation, converting the product into erythrulose, the same ingredient used in self-tanners. This degraded serum causes oxidative stress and can stain your skin orange. Science confirms that UV exposure degrades L-ascorbic acid rapidly, with some studies showing 50% degradation within 2 weeks of light exposure. Products in clear bottles are often stale or partially oxidized before they ever reach your bathroom. That fresh citrus scent you notice when you first open the bottle. That's often the smell of oxidation beginning. These are sold as pure or aesthetic luxury products, enticing mature women who equate clear, beautiful packaging with purity. What's absent is the one thing that matters: protective amber glass or opaque coating. $79 solves this problem with engineering so simple, it's shocking more brands don't use it. Drunk Elephant Sea Firmer. Fresh Day Serum is the DIY freshness engineer, redesigned specifically to eliminate oxidation. You mix the liquid base with the vitamin C powder at home, ensuring 100% potency from the first application. The 2-chamber system keeps the powder completely isolated from air and moisture until you're ready to activate it. The formula contains 15% L-ascorbic acid, 1% vitamin E, and 5% ferulic acid. Freshness you can see, potency you can trust. But clear bottles aren't the only packaging lie. Some brands skip packaging innovation entirely and rely on ingredients that sound natural but deliver nothing. Natural doesn't mean effective. This next scam proves it. 8. Natural fruit extract, vitamin C serums. Kakadu plum, orange extract, acerola cherry. Natural vitamin C serums promise plant-powered anti-aging without harsh chemicals. The marketing emphasizes that these fruits contain higher concentrations of vitamin C than oranges, sometimes up to 100 times more. But what the labels don't tell you is what happens to vitamin C during extraction. This is greenwashing at its most deceptive. While these fruits do contain vitamin C, the extraction process leaves the cosmetic ingredient with very little stable, bioavailable ascorbic acid. The heat and processing required to create a stable cosmetic ingredient degrades most of the vitamin C these fruits naturally contain. These extracts function as humectants, providing surface moisture, but they cannot facilitate the enzymatic reactions required for collagen synthesis. What's missing is a validated concentration of 10 to 20% active L-ascorbic acid necessary for clinical results. Most of these natural serums contain less than 1% bioavailable vitamin C. These formulas appeal to women over 60 desiring clean or gentle beauty, but they fail to deliver the heavy-lifting anti-aging results mature skin actually needs. You're paying for the story of the exotic fruit, not the actual anti-aging efficacy. $182 is a lot of money. But when a formula has 50 years of published research and a patented ratio proven to double photoprotection, you're paying for certainty. SkinCeuticals' CE ferulic is the industrial benchmark, with clinical studies demonstrating it reduces oxidative damage by up to 41% and provides environmental protection that remains effective for 72 hours after application. The formula contains 15% L-ascorbic acid, 1% vitamin E, and 5% ferulic acid, with a reservoir effect that keeps it active in your skin for 72 hours. This means you're getting continuous antioxidant protection, even if you skip a day. Research matters. Results require precision. But even research-backed formulas fail when they're packaged with ingredients that actively inflame your skin. 9. Kiehl's Powerful Strength line, reducing concentrate, $75 for 12.5% vitamin C targeting lines and wrinkles. Kiehl's Powerful Strength Concentrate has been a beauty counter staple for years. Sales associates recommend it enthusiastically, and the brand's pharmacy heritage suggests medical credibility. But dermatologists have been quietly warning patients about what's hidden beneath that concentration. The formula contains strong fragrance and citrus peel oils, specifically limonene and citral, which are known sensitizers and potential allergens for mature, thinner skin. These ingredients serve no functional purpose in an anti-aging formula. They're included purely for sensory experience, to make the product smell appealing and luxurious. Users report broken capillaries, redness, and rashes from consistent use. High concentrations of essential oils trigger what experts call inflammaging in reactive skin, where chronic inflammation accelerates the visible aging you're trying to reverse. You're essentially paying $75 to inflame your skin. This is marketed aggressively for line reduction, a key concern for women over 60, but the delivery system is too harsh for the skin that needs it most. $27 buys you the same antioxidant benefits without risking your skin barrier or triggering inflammation. Mad Hippie Vitamin C Serum is the sensitivity specialist, designed specifically for women whose skin reacts to everything. Using sodium ascorbyl phosphate, a stable and gentle derivative that's significantly less irritating than pure ascorbic acid, it delivers antioxidant benefits without the fragrance oils or essential oils that trigger inflammaging in mature skin. The formula contains vitamin C, vitamin E, ferulic acid, hyaluronic acid, and konjac root. Dermatologists recommend this for patients with rosacea, eczema, or sensitive skin who still want antioxidant protection. Gentle doesn't mean weak. Effectiveness doesn't require irritation. But fragrance and oils aren't the only culprits destroying mature skin. Unstabilized high concentrations create their own category of damage. The final scam isn't a single product, it's an entire philosophy. 10. Budget 20% plus unstabilized L-ascorbic acid serums. Maximum strength, 20% vitamin C or higher. Budget serums promise pharmaceutical-grade anti-aging for a fraction of luxury prices. The marketing capitalizes on the belief that if some vitamin C is good, more must be better. But high concentration without sophisticated stabilization isn't strength, it's a recipe for damaged skin. High concentrations of L-ascorbic acid above 20% without a sophisticated stabilizing network degrade rapidly, losing up to 30% potency within a single month. These formulas are also highly irritating to mature skin, causing redness and peeling that compromises an already vulnerable barrier. Your skin becomes inflamed, sensitive, and paradoxically looks older rather than younger. Research demonstrates that concentrations above 20% don't increase anti-aging benefit, but significantly increase the risk of irritation. There's a ceiling to how much vitamin C your skin can absorb, and exceeding 20% doesn't push past that ceiling. These products promote the dangerous idea that more is better when addressing advanced aging signs, often leading to damaged skin barriers that take months to repair. $17 proves that effective vitamin C isn't about maximum percentage, it's about intelligent formulation for skin that needs support rather than assault. Vanicream Vitamin C Serum is the barrier protector. Formulated specifically for sensitive skin using tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate, a stable and gentle derivative. The formula contains 5% THD ascorbate and ceramides packaged in an airless pump that prevents oxidation. The ceramides actively support your skin barrier instead of stripping it away, helping to repair damage from previous harsh products. Smart science protects. Aggressive concentration destroys. But the worst offenders aren't budget brands pushing dangerous concentrations. They're luxury names you've trusted for decades. If you have a friend wasting money on budget serums that destroy their skin barrier or designer creams that cost $100, share this video. The information you just learned could save someone hundreds of dollars and months of irritation. Designer department store brands, Kylie Skin, Estée Lauder, Lancôme. The beauty counter is where luxury meets legitimacy, or so you've been told. The sales associate wears a white coat. The packaging is elegant. The price suggests serious science. But behind the glass cases and elegant packaging is the same scam we started with. You're paying for the label, not the science. These are designer skin scams, where prices exceeding $100 fund marketing campaigns and prestige positioning rather than concentrations of effective activities. The formulas rely on fillers and silicones that create a temporary smooth sensation without delivering long-term repair. Your skin feels velvety for an hour, then returns to exactly the state it was in before application. Ingredient lists reveal low quality or minimal concentrations of actives masked by heavy fragrance and texture modifiers. What's missing is clinical validation and high-potency ingredients like pure L-ascorbic acid at concentrations proven to stimulate collagen. These brands spend more on advertising and celebrity endorsements than they do on the actual formulation. These brands are heavily marketed at beauty counters, targeting women over 60, seeking prestige products for aging, capitalizing on trust in established names. You assume Lancôme and Estée Lauder must be superior because they've been around for decades, but longevity doesn't equal efficacy. $55 gives you the exact ingredients found in serums, costing $180 or more, with added peptides for structural support and zero prestige markup. Paula's Choice C15 Super Booster contains 15% L-ascorbic acid, vitamin E, ferulic acid, and peptides in a lightweight, fragrance-free formula that can be mixed into your moisturizer. The brand publishes every ingredient concentration on their website, something luxury brands would never do because it would reveal how little active ingredient you're actually getting. The answer has always been transparent ingredients, proper packaging, and honest concentrations. Not prestige pricing. You were 30 seconds away from buying a $92 serum that degrades in 6 weeks. You almost fell for a 30% concentration that contains zero vitamin C. You could have spent $360 on mineral oil and seaweed. But now you won't. If this video saved you from wasting hundreds of dollars on serums that oxidize in clear bottles, formulas with zero active ingredients, or designer creams filled with mineral oil and fragrance, I'd be grateful if you'd subscribe to this channel. Every week I break down the science behind beauty and wellness claims so you can make informed decisions about your skin, your health, and your money. You now know how to identify science washing by looking for rigged comparison data and decade-old patent claims. You can spot packaging failures that destroy vitamin C before you open the bottle by checking for clear glass and traditional droppers. You recognize greenwashing that substitutes fruit extracts for clinical strength activities by looking for validated concentration disclosures. You understand that effective vitamin C requires proper stabilization, protective packaging, and concentrations between 10 and 20%, not maximum strength formulas that damage your barrier. The beauty industry counts on confusion and prestige positioning to sell products that don't deliver. But you're no longer buying blind. You have the knowledge to choose serums based on evidence rather than marketing, stability rather than aesthetics, and formulation intelligence rather than brand names. You can walk into any store, pick up a vitamin C serum, and within 30 seconds determine whether it's worth your money or destined to fail. The most expensive skincare isn't the most effective. The most effective skincare is the one formulated with integrity, packaged with purpose, and priced with honesty. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.